Hello, this is Arabella from Arabella's Heart for Book Art. Welcome to my channel. I'm working on my daughter's book, Kaya's book, and in the meantime I made sure that I assembled a few things that I can use, and I already printed some pages out. So this is the book I was working in. This was my first sort of a tryout book, so I made this to be a memory book, or so I did a few things, pockets, a large side pocket, and yeah, I showed this in a different video, slips. And these are all my own designs, not only the paper designs but also the shapes I also designed myself. But this is from my new design, which is coming out soon. Yeah. And a flip out, and here's the same idea. And as earlier, and here's a belly band and a small pocket or tuck. There's something that is loose. I don't know where this came from. It has sticky tape, so I will just make this the new home for it. And here just a tuck on the side, and a double pocket I made here. Here's also with my new butterfly shape that I already made. But yeah, so this is the tryout book, as I said, and now I'm making a book for my middle daughter Kaya. She's graduated, so I'm so proud of her, and I want to make a book to put all her pictures into. So I will flip through it and put aside what I want. So this will be an insert. I already made sure I had the right size. This is size 2 without the flap. If you are buying my digital kit, you will get the design, and I have 3 designs. I will put it up on the screen, and also have only the lines, so you then you will have only the template, and you can print it out onto anything. I'm sorry about the noise, I have a window open because it's really warm. So here I have size 2, and I first printed out one of my ledger designs, and then I printed out these lines that you see here on white cardstock. So this is my sort of design that was inspired by butterflies. That's why I also made these butterfly feelers on top, but with a sort of a page feel. So this also has a shape, and with my next one it will have more of a butterfly definite shape. So this is, and I made it in 6 sizes. So this is size 1, the cover, and this is size 2, and size 2 will make flip out, and I will show you as we go. So, but also what I was explaining was I first printed out my ledger, and then I printed out my design. So you will get the designs that are full-size page designs. Then you will also get a design with the shape, and here it is newspaper with nature. So this is a touch with nature with the lines, but also with the newspaper. And then you also get only the lines with the white. So this is see-through. You can see it like that it's see-through, and I made more pages like this to be, and this is my template that I use. This is the With a Touch of Nature, and I have With a Touch of Newspaper, and that will look like this. I will give you a few examples. So these are inserts, and I also have the full-size designs, 18 I think, but there could be more. I also have an add-on with this, and I have more pages. This is only one. Thought I had more in my hand, but well. And so this, here you can see it a little bit better. This is With a Touch of Newspaper. Then I have With a Touch of Nature, and that is this one. So that is the size 2, but without the flap. So I cut off the flap. No, this is size 1, but I made it a little bit smaller. I cut it a little bit smaller. This is size 2 that has a flap, so you can also cut the flap off, and then you will have this size. And then I also made, as the final design, With a Touch of blooming roses. And I see more designs I want to show you, and that is this one. So this is the new one that I had, and I also made a few new designs. So I first had this one, only this ledger, and then I also made it a little bit more vintage, and I also made a few brighter yeah, and this is just from the internet, so I will use that. Here I also have an envelope from that, and here you I should have thought of this, because I have them all in the envelope style. So here you will have With a Touch of Nature, and this has that on top. Here you will have With a Touch of Blooming Roses, and here you will have With a Touch of Newspaper. So those are all my designs that I made, and I made each and every one in 6 sizes, and I will put the link down below if you are interested in buying one of my kits. I will do shortly after this video, when my internet is up again, because I went to a different provider and I had a lot of troubles doing that. So I don't think I will ever do that again. Even if the monthly fee is getting higher and higher, I will stay at the same firm, I think, except when I have more troubles with them. But yeah, I had a lot of difficulties with my provider, so I went to a different provider, and that took me quite a while to get one that I was yeah, that I liked enough. So enough about that. That is a pain in my head. So I already yeah, I just put it aside, but I wanted to use this for the insert, and because it was almost the same size as this, and I think I will stick it onto each other to make it a little bit more sturdy. So this I will leave here. The next thing I want to do is to make this side pocket, and I will show you how that looks. I already also did it here, so you can do it both ways. You can fold in the flaps and then leave the feelers. I cut around it, and then you also have the inserts that go with it, or you can do it as such as this, and then only stick the middle down, put two together, and then you will have room for this and room for this. You could do that, but it's only an idea to give you a general idea. But also use the smaller ones. This is not that small, but I also have smaller ones to make small pockets. And also this idea I had, and you can do a small flip out, but I will do a larger flip out. Here I also have a small one, and you can make inserts, so you can do different things with this design. And I'm also really excited about the next one, but that will be a while, because now I have a delay with my internet and all that, so I couldn't work on Etsy. And now my neighbor is kind enough to let me on his internet, and then I have a really kind neighbor. So so now I can check my emails at least, check my messages on Etsy a little bit, and I have a little bit of access now. I can at least check. Sometimes I can respond as well, but yeah, I don't know, but I thought I had another, yeah, this. So you can also do, I don't know if that's visible over there, but you can also do this. So leave a white edge. If you want the feelers, you can of course cut them off like this, cut everything off, and you can also leave the flaps. So you have a few options what you can do. So here I want to do sort of a side pocket, so I will stick the flaps down, and then you will have the full extent of the pocket. And I can do also stick this down, and then I will have cards that fit into this, but I thought this looked good together. So, and here I will do the same, so I will have with a touch of newspaper on this side, and then I will where did I put that one? Let me show you. And then I will make I think 2 or 3, I don't know exactly, but this is why I made the flaps. So here you will have size 1, and this is size 2, so this will fit perfectly, and then you don't even need yeah, and then you also will have a pocket behind it, so that will be really only you will have to stick this down, and then you will have a flip out, as you see, and you will have a pocket. So that was why I printed these out. So these will be, I printed out 3, 4, now 3. So yeah, I will be using this. So I printed both sides, and then I yeah, I just tried to see which way the printer is printing. So if the flap is coming out on this side, I will have to do the reverse on the other side, right? So I tried to see which side was correct. And then I also saw that it left quite a lot of room on the top. So, and then when I thought about that, then I tried it in a different way. That all the text went over on the right side, and then you can use the small side, the small yeah, this paper, this design paper that I made. So I really love this this blue paper. Don't you love it? So I have 3, so I will cut everything out and I will make it go fast, just as in the other videos that I made. And also I made off camera, I made 2 pockets. So here I also made a strip that I did in the previous video, but here I did different paper strips, and these paper strips I got from a fair that was close by. So I don't know, yeah, I wanted to make the edges a little bit, also the edges from the previous one, they were catching onto the pages, so I had to come up with something different. So here I made a pocket, so we'll make a pocket on the other side, because this page is a little bit flimsy. So I printed this onto cardstock, but it's really thin in comparison with what I used for the other. This is 110 and this was I think 65 pounds, so I don't know exactly why I did that, but I wanted to try it, and I think I will just make a pocket here and then it will be sturdy enough. So I also saved all my cut-offs, so what you can make of it is small tuck pockets, for instance, or make these strips that I made here also from and one corner got cut off, and I also didn't position it just right, but well. So now I have here a floor and I will do something to fix it. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Perhaps fix it with a small strip of this, so you can hardly see the difference. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's better than to see the floor. So I think I will do something like this. It's exactly the same size. This is a coincidence, by the way. So I'll just do it like that. And I'm just not liking that that it's ugly. To me it's not so pretty. Just let's say it like that. So I'll put some glue, and because there are holes I will use liquid glue for this. Yeah, so you can see you can adjust your small flaws. It's no big deal. Like this, and then I will stick it on. It's also a different color, so I used this paper in a lighter version to make this edge. So I also did that in previous videos, in one of my previous videos. There I will show you how to punch these paper edges yourself. So now I will start to make the pages that I just explained. So I did also print something on the back. This is printed onto different paper. This is watercolor paper, so I just want to try that. To get my cutting machine out, and then first we'll trace this, because yeah, it will have to be a little bit smaller. I will have to make it a little bit smaller. The sides, I think, so I will do it like this so I can see a little bit better where I have to cut it, because there are already lines like this, and then when you shift it's okay. just readjust and then go again. And because I have a shape, I will have to watch out for that. So now I have my lines. So this is page 1, and here you see that my design page, so my page with a touch of nature on top, and here is a newspaper, that it's still see-through. So I first printed out this design with my daisies that I drew, and then I printed my With a Touch of Nature page 1 on top of it, and it's still see-through, so you see the daisies. And I wanted to try that out, so I think I will have to put it a little bit more. I don't want to cook it enough with that design, so like this. This is just about the same. I did that on purpose. And then the top, a bit smaller. And I will readjust. So, and then also see if this is sturdy enough to make an insert out of. A bit more. And then I will see if I did do it okay, if it fits, I mean. And also you will see that this will stick out exactly how you want it. So, and I didn't use tabs to make this, so this is just stuck onto each other, so you don't have more room. So this is size 1, and size 2 will fit into it like a glove. But I did adjust, this is size 1, but I adjusted it, so it's also possible. Just so I will leave it like this for now, or should I, because there is now a line over here, I could also do this, and then yeah, I will think about that. Perhaps I will just, the birds, I will just put a strip above, or I'll play around with her name. So this is embroidery that my mother did for my daughter, and my daughter was just born, and she already started and gave it to her when she was I don't know what age she was, but my mom gave it to her. So the towel that it was onto, that became a little bit old, so I cut this with pain in my heart, but I wanted to save it, so I cut the letters out away from the towel, just so that I can incorporate it. So this is my daughter's name, Olivena. So I can use this, but I don't know if it then will fit. I could also use it for the cover with one of her pictures, but we'll think about that some more. So the front I like now, but because there is a white edge, and I think I will cut a slight smudge off, just because it will fit a little bit better. And then, so you know that size 2 fits into like yeah, like an insert, fits into size 1, and then size 3 fits into size 2, and so on and so forth. So I will also cut this a little bit smaller, so I'm seeing a white edge still. Let me see. Yeah. It will make it slide in a little bit easier if you, yeah, you don't have, if you use size 2, then you won't have to do that. So now I will leave this like this, so you don't really need a tab or something. It will stick out just like that. And on the other side you will see this, also one of those. So now I will cut this out, this one out, and this is onto scrapbook paper, so this is not my design, not my own. And also you can save small strips. You can make so much with small strips. And I will decide if I will keep the butterfly feelers. I think I will keep them. So this has a shape, but it's not really difficult. Glasses. So I have really bad eyesight, I mean. And sometimes I see double side, I have some double vision, I mean, and also you'll see really hazy at times. So this is also what you can do. You can cut it out, but I wanted to save a little bit of scrapbook paper so I can use it. So this you can do in different ways. You can make a shape yourself, so that's what I will do, like this, and then for instance put it backwards on the other side. I think this side is a little bit I think it printed out a little bit crooked, I mean, so I will adjust that a little bit to accommodate that it printed out crooked. So now we have just about the same shape, I hope. Because it was crooked, it is a little bit difficult. And now I will take something off the top as well. Let me first see how it looks inside the book. And first I want to also score, so because I think I want to see first that I will have to fold them. Because I use, yeah, this is one of my, I think this is size 3 or 4. This is size 4. Yeah, I have to cut something off. Just nearby the butterfly feelers, and then I will also score it and fold it to make it into a pocket. fold. So you can of course first cut everything how you want it and then do the scoring. That's also okay. So that is how it will look. So now I can see what I can cut just about. So I will use that as my guide, this side thingies on the side where it goes into a curve, the point I mean. And then I will see if that will be enough, that I cut enough. And also I think, yeah, it is a little bit crooked, and I know why, because I printed this out a little bit crooked, as well as that it has a shape as well. So I think I will do that again, and then take a smudge of this. Yeah, now it's straighter at least. To check if this is, yeah, this is straight now. Okay, let me check it inside the book how I like it. And this is how it will look, like this. And you can, if you want to, stick down, score the middle as well, and then you can fold them up. Yeah, flip them up. So this you can cut off then, and then you can flip it up or make a double, and then you can make extra inserts on the side. I think I will stick, let me see if I like the size like this. I think I like it, and I want to use my corner rounder on the corners. Let me see if that will work with the double page. Yeah, that's it again. To make sure it's really inside there. Make it a little bit flatter. That will make it easier. So you see how easy that was. Yeah, I did it 3 times because the first time I can't reach, so it makes it a little bit smaller until I can reach a little bit better. So like that. So now I will think about what I want. Do I want a full-size side pocket? That's what you can choose with this design. This is really yeah, versatile, so you can make it how you want it to be. So I see that this looks crooked now, but that is because this page is having that shape, so don't mind that. But I like these colors because this has the same, yeah, a little bit the same color as this, and this is a little bit more grungy, this scrapbook paper, so it has stains and I like it. I want to ink it. I think I will use purple for this. Already did, I have inserts and then I have 2 full size. If I make this the same, or yeah, I did printed out this first and then this, so I changed the color just a little bit. This is when I was trying it out, what I liked best. So I have these pockets. These are also yeah, rather big, so I could also make them into flip thingies, or only that I have caught in it like this. That's also possible. Yeah, I think I'm just doing the small bead in the middle, and to be sure I will and that it will work correctly, I think I'm going to score it right in the middle. You could also score each side and then use the bodice, as you will, to stick everything down. 1/8 of an inch will fit onto the bodice. Scoring tape, I mean. So I think that this will work to make it a little bit more divided, and also with my glue. So for this I will first put aside my cutting board, and then I'm looking for is my double-sided tape, and I have 1/2 inch, so I'm using 1/2 inch, and this doesn't matter because it's larger than 1/2 inch, as you can see. It's I don't know how large this flaps. I just made it digitally. This all digitally, so but at first I'm drawing stuff, so I want to more and more incorporate my own drawings into my designs, into my digital designs. So get the tape backing, and then put a small bead in the middle as well, and I will see if I like that way. Also will do a small bead along the bottom. So let me see, the bottom is over here, just to be sure. I have a shape in it and I saw it a little bit, but just wanted to be sure that I'm doing it correctly. And I forgot my special paper to put under it as well. So I will see if I spilled a little bit. I think I did. Let me see, I have this paper, so I will lay that down for my book, that doesn't get any glue onto it. So this is the page that's with the side pockets, and now all you have to do is decide where you want it, and I want it a little bit in the middle, and to yeah, a little bit like this along the bottom as well, and then just stick it down. And here's also a small bead, so make sure that all is sticking down before I go to the next stage. And I have an insert for this, so I will see. I think that you also can use the smaller ones to do this, even with a fold, or make a smaller one into the full size, as I said. But now I went into the pocket, not into this one, so this is really stuck down. So you could do that. use a smaller size and then use it as a side. And then here you can stick down pictures, you see. That's really a fun thing to do as well. So let me see, I have journaling cards that I can use. Those also will fit, also the larger ones that will look nice. But I also have inserts that will fit. And I will have to search where they are. And then I will go to the next thing. I also designed these. I'll show you. Sort of a flip pages thing. So this is from With a Touch of Blooming Roses, and I made this without a bodice. So I wanted to ask what you think about this, and also made it in grays, but this is still purple. So I made it different, in a different way. And here is only the lines onto pink cardstock. And these I can use as flips or as inserts. And this is onto recycled brownish cardstock. I use recycled white cardstock. And this I could do the same way, so I will do this fast forward. This is also what you can do, just fold it in half. If you want the sides to be, the top to be a little bit more the same. Let me first make sure that I'm in the middle, so that it will look a little bit more cohesive. Here you see I did do it a little bit over, so then it will be the same as the other side, more or less the same. That's better. Yeah. So I like it like this. And then I will do the same thing, and I printed out. I tried out something. Printed this. Give it a little bit room, not on the edge too much, because then the book won't open and close as easily. So now it's different. You see? This is a smaller size, I think, than the other one. Or this page was a little bit different. I don't know exactly. I thought that they were both the same. It's handmade, so well, yeah. Nowadays. And my neighbor's coming home, so that will make a lot of noise. So here also I will make some inserts for this. And here I will make a side pocket. I will put that aside, and first I will make these side pockets. I will cut them out, and then I will show you how I'm putting them into these pages. everything along the lines. Try to do as much as I can with my cutting machine. This first, you can see a little bit, yeah, a little bit, but I like the shape, so I don't want to cut off any shape, but well, it happens, I'm only human. So cut that off as well. So I will score the flap also, and you can leave this because that will be inside the page. But you could also cut it, and that's why I made it into a tab shape. And that is because then it slides really easily into the page. So I will do that to all my flip out pages. This away. Right on the money. I made a mistake, but well, yeah, I printed it out not correctly, but well, I will mat it with another one, and that's okay, that will only make it sturdier, so that's okay. You can adjust as you go, and if you take notice how you print it, so I was trying it out, so I will use the good pages first. I have two, so let me see where I want to flip out. So the first one has right away a pull out page and a pocket page on the other side. The second one I could do it. But the second one, I feel it's not the correct way. I have to go like this. I could do, yeah, I could do it. You see? It fits like a glove. I like that. So, yeah, and I like it that you see the same one here. So I think I will keep it on this space. But I could also do it here. And then you will see this. That's also possible. But then this is the same. Too much of the same. Here's already pockets. Here's nothing. Let me try if I like it here. You have the same page. Yeah. Also the same page over here, but then the lighter version. So I made a little bit white, a little bit more pink. When you print out this size 2, is then put some tape, or you could also use liquid glue, whichever you prefer. So I will just do one strip because it's a large. I could do 2, by the way. I will fit 2 on this large tab. What do you call that? Flap thing. Just said the right word, but no. So that will fit. So this is 1 inch, because half inch. Yeah, it's 1.25 inches, but it's in an angle. So this. Ooh, I'm gonna stuck it onto the page. So like that, then you make sure that the sticky part is really well adhered, like that, and then take off the tape backing, of course. And did I do it on the right side? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, and then try to slide it in and stick it onto the one that's on top. And I will make sure that I'm in the middle. So you could do the glue stick trick that we all learned from one of the viewers from Genevieve Designs, and then stick it down. And now if it's a little bit poofy like mine, you can flatten it out, or you could also use but it stays flat, as you see, so you don't have to use that thing to keep it down, something else. So now you can see the difference. This is size 1 and this is size 2. Here you see it really well. So, and I like it that it's a little bit smaller. And now you also will have a pocket behind this. So this is even open, so now I can do an insert in here as well, but I would have to make it a little bit smaller, because I use my broad I use my 1/2 inch tape for this to stick pages together, so I don't have a lot of room inside, and then I adjust or take a smaller size for an insert. That's also possible. I have 6 sizes. So now I have my first flip of this book, and I will choose the next page where I want to flip. So I think this one, if I like the colors. It's a little bit busy. Hey, this is the other way around. You see it? Butterflies are upside down. Well, I could also do this and then make the shape like this, but then the shape will be on the bottom, if you know what I mean, the pointy bits. Let me see if, oh, this one is stuck together with the pocket. I forgot about that. This is also, no, this is not stuck together, but this is the flimsy one. Let me see if I like it over here. It's a little bit busy perhaps. Could be, but now I did make a mistake. I printed my template on the other way around, or upside down. You see? You could do that, and then you will have the shape like this, and then it folds like this. So I can do that. I don't have any problems with it, actually, because it doesn't look really weird. I think, yeah, now it goes like that, the angle, so it goes like the same like this page, so that won't look really, yeah, so you can, if you print out something wrong, I could also use this one and then add it, but also use this one extra. Let me see what I think. I should have stuck those together. It's really flimsy. I think I'm doing something different for this page because it's a little bit flimsy. I will make another pocket or even mat it with another. Also what I have are these pages, and I think I will use them because the colors really go together like this. So this is something I also sell in my Etsy shop, and it's called Vintage Bubbles, and it's because these are bubbles and this is a little bit vintage, and I have it in I think 6 or 7 colors, and they go from really dark to really light. So this is the darker one, and this is one of the lighter grays, and this is the lighter, the medium light purple, and oh yeah, this is blue, light blue, and yeah, so I wanted to use this, and I think, or I will stick another page that I already have. So I have this one, for instance. I could stick it onto it to make it sturdy. Let me see, like this. And then it will be fixed, I think, if I do that. And then I also could make an insert, but that won't make it sturdy enough, I think. A little bit. Or this one. Also, this is really as a mat. A little bit less busy. So I think I will do that. So I will stick this onto this. Yeah, don't be afraid to change it. If you don't like something, just, yeah, this will fix it, I think, if I do that. So I will put the other side of tape. Well, and I will make sure that I will stick down the sides as well. So I will use a small bead along the edge, because the edge is really important. That will come up first. I'm looking where the point is, and in this case it's really easy because I can see it where it is, and I will just stick it down as a mat. So I will leave 1/8 of an inch all around, just about, and then stick it down. And I'm a little bit crooked, but that's okay. So over here I want a little bit crooked, but now I made it more sturdy. And now it's really good. So yeah, now I'm happy with it, and I also can make this flap into it. Now it's sturdy enough to adhere the flap into it. So let me see if that will fit. I already saw it, I think, but so this one will go the other way around. Let me see if I really want that. Yeah, that's okay. I still like it. So I still like it. I like it enough. So it's not really perfect, but I really prefer that it went this way, and I will show you how that will look. But then the design will be upside down. So the butterflies. Let me see what I like. Yeah, I think I like this better. Yeah. I think I want to ink this because I adjusted it, and I am using Memento Grape Jelly Fade Resistant Dye Ink from Dewdrop. I will have to check it again. I think it's this way. And it is difficult to find this, but well. And I think I'm going for the middle, so that it's also just like the other flip pocket, that it's in the middle. Yeah, I think I'm going to put like this. And then you will see these points together. Only this is the other way around normally, but you already guessed it, so you already know it. So this is how it's going in. I'll do the double tape again, and I don't have my sticky glue stick upstairs, so I will wing it again. Try to do it without the glue stick. This you can also do it like this, a little bit wider. That's really sturdy enough. So now we'll open up this side pocket and we'll stick this in. Yeah, that's okay. Stick it down and then also adjust the page if you think that it's a little bit sticking out like this, so it will stay flat. And now you have this. Yeah, I really like that. So it's coming along a little bit now. I have a little bit more. I also want some inserts for the big pockets, and I also want some smaller things, smaller pockets, or perhaps I will do this one here and then make a mat. Let me see. Oh, it's also the other way around. It's the other way around, so this will look like this. Yeah, I forgot it. This one is closed, so I can't do it. But I could do the other side if I want. Then you will see it. So let me check perhaps this side then. And then make another one. This, yeah, that was a little bit tight fit, but that's okay. And then I will make a mat into this. I think I first want to see, yeah, this one. I think I'm going to use this one because this is also with that 65. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this. This also looks good side by side. So now I will flip that over and then draw around it like a template. Let me see, and line it up at the edge, and then line it up at the edge and then draw around it like a template. Oops, I went over it. That's not so good because I left the book under it. So it's a little bit, yeah, so that's not what you should do. Don't leave the book under it. So now let me check if I did it okay. Yeah, that's okay. And now I will cut all the sides away. I can't really see it well now because I see it now. No, I don't see it. Didn't I do it correctly? I think I didn't do it correctly. So I measured it upside down like this. Not the other way around, but upside down. I thought this was the pointy way. So like this. Yeah, I did do it. Reversed, I did do it. Incorrectly. So you see, this is the way I did it, but it should have. I think I will use it for another page. Or I will cut all this out, this is also possible. Let me see, I do also have other designs that I printed. So I think this or this one, I think this one is a little bit soft. And now I would have to do it correctly. How do I do that then? Like this, of course. And I want that flower, so I'll do it like this. And that's okay. So, to do, just do what you think it's okay. And looks okay as well.